Darren, here's insanity. Here's genius. You're somewhere. Nevertheless, I'm out.
I guess it's just not going to work out. Hi, and welcome to Screen Hub, where today we'll be looking at a few instances where the Sharks were seriously cheated out of a good opportunity.
I'd like the contingency to be that you try your new machine out, you lose 30 pounds.
Cactus, do we have a deal?
I'll take your deal.
The Body Jack. Jack Beringer was a man who struggled with losing weight and was told by his doctor to exercise more often. But for some reason, this specifically included push-ups. However, it was pretty difficult for the inventor, and that's when he would come up with something to help him out. The Body Jack is a machine that will help you to do the push-ups. Where was I when I needed it? Well, let's find out. In order to get an investment, one of the Sharks did suggest that Jack lose some weight. Corcoran had implied that no one would buy it with the gut that Jack had, so the inventor had to lose up to 30 pounds. And, well, he did.
It's 200.
Should come out here.
243! Wow. Yeah!
And that would land him $180,000 in investments from two Sharks. Barbara, of course, along with Kevin Harrington, who was a Shark in the first two seasons. But the business deal didn't exactly have a happy ending. The company had seemingly fallen apart without any given reason, and instead of Jack losing another 50 pounds, Corcoran lost 50 grand.
Hycon is the world's fastest way to connect and disconnect from a hydrant.
Hycon. Jeff Stroop made an amazing pitch for his fire hose hardware manufacturing company when he would ask for $500,000 for a 40% equity stake during the second season.
Okay, gentlemen, let's begin now. Okay, now let's disconnect to show the speed on that. Okay, begin.
In front of the Sharks, Stroop demonstrated that his connector could make a huge difference for firefighters, shaving off valuable seconds from the time that it takes to connect a hose to a fire hydrant, which would potentially save more lives. Mark Cuban was so inspired by the product that he invested $1.25 million into the company, along with a 3-year employment deal for Stroop.
You know what, Jeff? I like this so much. What if I offered you $1.25 million for your company, plus a 3-year employment agreement at $100K per year to run the show?
The deal, however, well, it kind of fell through, and the reason behind it sounds a little bit more personal than professional. The company's founder, Jeff Stroop, would announce on Facebook that the investor's ego had affected negotiations and that Mark Cuban started changing the deal, as the two had other terms when wanting to license the product's design. The company itself wasn't exactly a failure, as it's now valued over $5 million, but Mark did feel cheated out of a great opportunity.
All of our members obviously pay a monthly membership.
Toy Guru. Unofficially naming itself the Netflix of toys, Toy Guru allowed customers to rent toys by the month. In spirit, the business did seem like it was a good idea, since kids get tired of their toys rather quickly, and that's why Mark Cuban and Kevin O'Leary would invest $200,000 in the brand for 35%. Now, not long after, however, the company did file for Chapter 7 bankruptcy in April of 2012, only a short year after receiving the deal. What's more interesting, though, about this bankruptcy is how the company posted on their website that they wouldn't be taking any new customers due to tremendous growth before filing. The company officially closed in 2016, and it's not really likely that anyone would invest in the Toy Guru founders anytime soon either, as both Cuban and O'Leary would call out Toy Guru to be their worst investment to date. It was a great concept, and the numbers did seem promising, but sadly, they proved to be unable to execute, even with names like Cuban and O'Leary behind it. It's just all sad.
So look at this, it says you smell on the front, and you flip around, it says lemon. You smell like a lemon, Barbara.
Like a lemon.
You smell soap. Megan Cummins went on the show to pitch her luxury soap company in 2014 and would walk away from the show with a $55,000 deal from Robert Herjavec for 20% of her company, along with a $50,000 per year salary. Well, there goes the ship. Herjavec soon mailed a contract to Cummins, which reportedly offered her the $55,000, though this time it was for half of the company. She did, of course, reject it, and it could not have been at any worse time, as the demand was there thanks to her appearance on the show, though she simply could not supply the orders. Now, the business itself has been able to bounce back, although any connections to the show have been cut. As well, Cummins also noted that she regretted not taking Mark up on his offer, as he's grown quite a list of reviews from other investors. You live and you learn.
I like you so much. I'm gonna write you a check right now. Oh my God.
Show no towels. Shelley Ealer had an interesting idea of crossing a towel with a poncho in order to create the show no, and it even received a patent for her creation. Ealer's also licensed the product to Legoland and Six Flags Magic Mountain. Now, she then went on the show and walked away with $50,000 and a partnership from Lori, but the partnership had a bitter end. With the help of Lori, we saw the product become available across Disney parks in an updated segment, which is a dream come true for most entrepreneurs, but that was the only time they were ever in. The product sold without a problem, but a renewal contract was never brought up. Along came Lori, who'd only grown apart from the business, leaving Ealer with everything. She'd worked hard, but eventually the company just flopped and made for a truly sad ending.
Cole, did you have a product in this kind of retail environment before?
I've worked in the frozen food product category, yes.
Sweet balls. James McDonald and Cole Egger got $250,000 from Mark Cuban in exchange for 25% of their delicious cake ball company. But the business partners didn't have a good relationship, and then they got into a lawsuit after the show for a breach of contract. Things would end up even messier when Sweetballs.net was then redirecting to Cakeballs.com, which Eager controlled. This would lead McDonald to asking for a restraining order. Now, according to the Shark Tank blog, these difficulties are definitely inflicting a negative light on the business, and it may just be the most embarrassing outcome of the show yet.
To secure a $90,000 investment in exchange for a 51% controlling interest of our family company.
Cubits. In Season 1, Mark Bergener introduced a Lego-like toy which, because of its unique design, can create geometric shapes and designs. Bergener also had a patent on the product and sought a $90,000 investment in exchange for a 51% stake of the company. Daymond John was the only shark to bite on this, on the simple condition that Mark tried to get one of the 4 top toy companies to make a deal with them. Apparently, though, Bergener needed Shark Tank in order to keep himself afloat. Cubit sales have not been promising. After pitching to the 4 top toy companies, Cubits was left empty-handed, both in having the product in retail stores and on Shark Tank itself. The company, however, has been marching on, and at least you can still find them on Amazon.
We're the founders of the next great American clothing company, Hillbilly Brand.
Hillbilly. Mike Abbaticchio and Sean Lees would come up with the Hillbilly clothing line and even trademark the name. They then appeared on the show seeking $50,000 for a 25% stake in their clothing line. However, after the show, the deal just kind of went nowhere, and for a surprising reason too. As some might assume, not all pitches on the show are actually serious, and the entrepreneurs just use the show as an opportunity for free advertisement. They did land a trio of sharks, which makes this decision of theirs even more shocking. One shark, Jeff Foxworthy, wasn't exactly too pleased about it.
I need headlights for my sneakers.
He actually did say that.
Night Runner. Renata and Doug Storer appeared on the show to pitch their running shoes that have rechargeable LED lights to light up the trail. You just never know what you need until it's thrown in your face, right? The two were successful at getting an offer, with Robert Herjavec offering $250,000 for 15% of the company. But the deal didn't end up going through after the show, as the business owners had a change of heart. Thanks to the attention their pitch got on the show, though, they then realized they may not really need the investment and didn't want to pointlessly hand over a part of their equity to Robert. It did work out great on their end, seeing as how they sold their website in 2015, scoring themselves an impressive $1.5 million in revenue. Poor Robert. And that concludes what are a few times the Sharks got cheated or ripped off. Feel free to let us know in the comments what you thought about today's video. One person who leaves a comment may have the chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card, so be sure to make your comment good. Also, leave a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to see more in the future. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.